Aiton Court, completed in 1937, is an early international-style modernist apartment block located in Heilbron. The building was designed by pioneering Wits graduates Angus Stewart and Bernard Cook, part of a group of avant-garde young architects called Le Groupe Transvaal by Le Corbusier. Located on a small former suburban stand, the building is formed by two blocks orientated northwards towards the sun. The building's efficient design contains 25 bachelor apartments and 18 single rooms with shared ablutions. The building's shared social spaces include a courtyard on the ground floor coming off the street, as well as a rooftop solarium on the northern block. Initially home to an eclectic community of residents including artists and architects, the building became increasingly socially significant. In the 1980s, when owned by the Rawat family, it was one of the first buildings to break apartheid segregation laws by welcoming black residents, with the building becoming a base for political activities as well as a hiding place for political operatives. It was during this period that a mosque opened in two of the ground floor courtyard-facing apartments, a feature of the building which has been retained. After many attempts to have the building protected and restored by people such as Hannah LaRue, it fell into a state of disrepair and was eventually hijacked. The building's new owners wanted to renovate it as low-cost housing, meaning that restoration work had to be done on a low budget, with conservation needs having to be balanced with commercial realities. Years of neglect had led to systemic failure in the building, including the failure of electrical systems, water systems, as well as structural failures and spalling concrete. The tight budget was used to work in the interests of conservation, with the repair, restoration and reuse of original fabric favoured over replacement, with skilled and semi-skilled local contractors used for the labour-intensive work. Before repair and restoration started, the building was used as a tool for teaching architectural conservation and documented by architectural students from the University of the Witwatersrand. Despite limited budget, the work aimed to respect and recognise both the building's architectural and cultural significance. Archival research was done to understand the original intent of the architects as well as the original condition of the building. This included contacting the descendants of the architects, who were able to supply important information on the building, photographs of it from 1937, as well as details on original colour schemes and paint colours. As part of the restoration, priority was given to the preservation and recreation of historic public spaces, which would add the greatest value to future residents. The result is restoration, not with a capital R, but a more pragmatic approach. The end product is probably best described as sitting somewhere between purist restoration, repair, and rehabilitation. It is an attempt to respect the architectural and social significance, but also to show how much can be done with very limited resources. The work was deemed to be a success by the owner, with tenants moving in the moment an apartment was complete. The approach to the restoration of the building can possibly be seen as a model for how inner-city regeneration can be balanced with heritage responsibilities and commercial needs. The building's restoration has been very well received, being presented at the 2018 Docomomo International Conference in Slovenia. Published both in local South African journals as well as international publications. In addition to this, the building's heritage status has been recognized by the city of Johannesburg, with it being awarded a blue plaque after its restoration. In 2014, the building was shortlisted for the International Knoll and World Monuments Fund Prize for Modernism, and in 2021 was the winner of the inaugural Docomomo International Rehabilitation Award.